This is the February meeting of the Dobbs Ferry Zoning Board of Appeals. And we have one matter before us tonight, which is an application concerning what's referred to as Lot C on Sherman Avenue, not too far from Washington. And it's an application for a variance in order to establish a building lot. In the OF2 zone, the required minimum frontage for a building lot is 125 feet. The location property has a frontage of 100 feet, so the applicant is seeking a variance of 25 feet. And who is going to be heard on this application?
Christina Griffin. I'm principal of CJ Studio Architects, and I'm here on behalf of the property owners, Wendy and Larry Sipley. I'm going to show you the drawings we have of the property and some photographs and explain our request for seeking a variance. This drawing is showing a survey of the property that currently has a 100-foot frontage, 100-foot minimum width, and it's splayed towards the back. It has a gently sloping site. If you look at the zoning data, and I can blow that up for you, it meets all the requirements of a buildable lot, except for the frontage and minimum width. And one reason why we're here today is because this project did receive approval in 1994 for a 100-foot frontage, and at that time, that was the zoning code. And it also was an approved subdivision and got approval by Westchester County. And the code changed in 2011, and the minimum lot width and frontage was increased to 125 feet, which is why we're here today. As you can see where this is located, this is our location map. The site is on Sherman Avenue between Osceola and Washington Street Avenue. Here's a photograph of the fence on the south side of the property facing Sherman Avenue. And these are 3 photographs just as when you enter the site. The one on the left is looking west, the one in the middle is looking north, and the one to the right is looking east. And it's, you can see it's beautiful lot, some nice trees. It doesn't even meet the requirements of a steep slope. I also have other photographs that I'd like to show you that the owner provided. A second. Okay. These just are a little bit clearer and larger. This is the same image, but with the gate open of the lot as seen from Sherman Avenue. And we have another image when you're inside that fence. You can see the property is lined by tall trees. More images here. This is an image showing approximate location of the property lines. On the left is the line that is 100 feet along Sherman Avenue. This is another view looking down at the lot, showing the shape of the lot that exists. And then we just have a few more photos just showing how it's very gently sloping. Now I have a few more documents I'd like to show you. Give me a minute, I'm going to switch over to the site plan that the owners provided, which was drawn up in starting in July 1994, was revised 5 times until November 1994, showing the subdivision of these 3 lots. This image is showing the paper copy of this site plan done by Charles Riley, surveyor, and a potential house that could be built on that property. I also have a drawing that is a steep slopes analysis, also done in 1994, just to show that there is no area of steep slopes on the site. And then I have a copy here of the Westchester County approved subdivision map, which was approved in December 1994. So it's been over 25 years since they got approval for this lot with 100-foot frontage. And that's why we're asking you for a variance so that we can have confidence that this could be considered a legal building lot. I also want to mention the owner, Wendy Sibley, is on the Zoom, and she wanted to say a few words about the property.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to ask, is the drawing that shows a proposal at that time for a house, is that something that was submitted to us prior to the meeting, or if not?
Yes. That drawing, that drawing showing the proposed house. I believe so. It should have been in your package. Did you see it? We submitted it to the building department.
Do we have that? Because we have the slope analysis.
I don't believe that was in the packet, that drawing.
Let's see. I can follow up with it if you'd like.
Actually, can I just walk down and see the,
Yes.
See it on the screen, just because it's hard to make out from here?
This is the reason why this is in this version, this image is in this version is because I wasn't able to get a PDF of it. This is the only copy our clients had. So I probably used the PDFs that I had that had the steep slopes and the Westchester County approved subdivision map. But I can actually, we end up getting a PDF of this, and I can get this to you if you'd like.
Okay. We'll hear from Ms. Sibley.
Hi, good evening. Can you
Are you
hear
there?
me? Because I can't tell if you can hear me. I'm not. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, and sorry about not having a PDF. This was all approved, I think, before they had PDFs, and we lived in a paper world. But as you can see, there's a proposed dwelling on it, on the lot. I just wanted to say, you know, we were Dobbs Ferry people for 30 plus years, and we did this many, many years ago. And we did rely on this, and the approval from the village, the approval from the county in Westchester. We did rely on this when we were making decisions about selling our home and Lot B, which was adjacent to the home. We did assume we had a buildable lot, and it seems like a de minimis change. I understand why we need to go through the variance process, but you know, all in all, I think that the 25 feet difference between the old rule and the new rule, we feel it's de minimis, and we do hope that you will take into account that for 25 years this was an approved, pardon me, an approved building lot. And we were a little disconcerted to find out ex post facto that we might have to go for variance. But we kind of want to be good neighbors, and we're going to go through the process and do what we need to do as we had done before, to do the right thing and go through the right steps and get everything approved the way it needs to be approved with you guys, so that another young family can live in our beautiful community, on actually what is a lovely piece of land, a very private piece of land in a very quiet and gentle area. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer it. I just wanted to let you know that this was something that was thought through many, many years ago and planned many years ago. And I think it's a beautiful piece of property. You can see there's a house that would go lovely on there, and it is a quiet street. It faces the golf course, as you probably know. So there's nothing on the other side, and there's lots of space between us and our neighbors. So hopefully this is an easy process to go through.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who wants to be heard on behalf of the application? And any of you have any questions? Yeah, I see there's someone here who'd like to be heard. So please step up to the microphone and tell us your name and address.
Hi, I'm Eden Anchor. I live at 130 Washington Ave, and we are the property that on the corner of Washington and Sherman there. And just so we're open about this, we are putting our house on the market next month, so we don't have a lot of skin in the game here, but our big concern is runoff off of this property as it currently is. And right now, we get a tremendous amount of runoff off of this property down into our yard, which floods our yard. And our concern is that something gets built there and even less soil to absorb the water. So that's our biggest concern at this point about this. There's a huge amount of land in there that's just dirt and not anything growing on, especially the piece from the road to the fence. So,
well, just so you know, if the property is treated as a building lot and there's a proposal for a house, that proposal would have to address storm runoff and storm management issues. So
Right,
this wouldn't be the final decision on that
but I
subject.
did notice that there is a water or a drainage survey or something in part of it, so that's why we felt like we could say something.
Okay. Is there anyone else who wants to be heard? Ms. Griffin, can you address anything about that concern?
Well, if this goes ahead and someone wants to build on it, we would have to go to the planning board. And it's a requirement of site plan review to have a stormwater system and erosion control management plan. And it's a pretty extensive review. So usually there's an upgrade in the drainage when something is built, because any drainage problems that existed in the past will probably be handled in the new project, because we can't meet the code and have any runoff onto the neighboring properties.
Okay. Any other questions?
No
We
questions.
have a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close the hearing.
Okay. Do you want to have any discussion, or?
I don't have any.
No, it seems fairly straightforward. This is a lot that is legal in every other way except for this old bit of news, seems.
Yeah, I'm in agreement also that, I mean, it more than meets the minimum lot size. And I do think the hardship to the owners would be substantial, since it would essentially destroy the value of the property. And I think the fact is that the property's only that narrow right at the front on Sherman Avenue, and the rest of the property gets much larger. So I think the reason for the change in the zoning was because of concerns about density, but I don't think this particular property will change the character of the neighborhood in any way if there is a building lot. I think it's consistent with the rest of the neighborhood. So,
Motion to grant the variance in accordance with the application?
is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We have approved the application. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
So I guess we'll wait to see what comes together